Hello everybody out there in YouTube world. I did say I was going to be doing another video later with my beloved Lessa, but yes, oh yeah, I had another subscriber. Thank you for our new subscriber. Thank you, because that helps with the channel as well, and we create algorithms, as I did mention before. So yeah, let's hope everybody's doing okay out there in that world. And plus, today is a very important day as well. It's the 80th anniversary of the Holocaust in Auschwitz. For all those people who are very sadly taken from this world for nothing at all, for doing nothing at all. So yeah, we've been having our moments with it today, haven't we, Max?
We have.
Yeah.
Remembering them all.
Always remember. But the thing is, it's not just the anniversary, it's a thing that you remember. You should remember these things every day, because if it wasn't for the sacrifice, which it was, of those amazing people, would we be alive today? I can guarantee we wouldn't.
No way.
We wouldn't be here. None of us would be here.
I think it should be spoke about in all schools.
Yes.
Right the way through the generations.
Yeah, because we found
with
out
other subjects,
yeah,
really.
we found out some things today that they reckon that the youth of today half of them don't even know what it's all about. So that's an awful
Tough,
thing.
isn't it, that one?
Gosh, we knew about it when we was at school. Yeah, so that's the thing that should be instilled into the youth about those things like that.
Totally agree.
But anyway, this video, let's talk about, as we always do together as a wonderful couple, the subject of the matter is litter. And it's not just in the UK, this is all over the globe.
Yes.
Litter. Wow. And where shall we start with this? I mean, I can just start it off a little bit. When me and Max are out, when we collect our own litter, say from the shops or whatever, we keep it with us and we deposit it appropriately.
In the right bins.
In the right bins. In the right bins, especially for the recycle bins. And we always check the labels, because you might see some plastic items from whatever food you have or whatever product it is. You might think that all plastics are recyclable. They are not.
No.
Some are recyclable from the place where you purchased your goods from, and then when you take them home, you can't recycle them at home, so you have to put them in the general waste. But yeah, so we're very how can we say, environmentally friendly people when it comes to things like that.
Yeah.
Litter. And it's I mean, this thing with the bins, in some places, well, in Bristol, I think they're going to be once a month, but they're thinking of start. They're considering it once a month collection. So, and from the looks of it, they're probably expecting the homeowner or the people who live in the properties to be kind of like recycling their own stuff and taking it to the recycling centres. From the looks of things, well, what if you haven't got a vehicle?
Yeah. They don't think of that, do they?
Especially for those people who have disabilities, who can't even get out their own home. It's one of those, isn't it, Max?
It is. I mean, everybody thinks that somebody else will help people like that, but you probably find 9 times out of 10, nobody does. Nobody would offer. I'm on about like people with cars when they know you haven't got a car. It's one of them, isn't it, really, when you think about it?
It really is, Max.
Somebody else expecting somebody else to do like what you're supposed to do in the first place. Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people, they still don't recycle, do they?
No, they don't.
Lots of people don't recycle.
Yeah, honestly, and we've seen it for
knowing
ourselves.
what the environment's like.
We've seen it for ourselves.
And yet they still don't recycle. Again, I mean, there's people, isn't there, they've got mental health issues, and they probably don't deliberately do it.
No.
They probably don't know how to do it, or they forget how to do it.
That's true, that is.
which is another hard one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, of course.
Because, you know, people can't keep going to them and following them about 24 hours a day.
Yep.
I don't know really what the solution would be.
It is.
Because, I mean, there's not many people have carers these days, is there?
No.
You know, to sort of follow them around when they are actually there and think, oh, that shouldn't be there, that's got to go in there.
And even that, the caring industry as a whole, for the private sector, it's
hard.
That's
they have half an hour, don't they?
Half an hour, and we see them around here. And I'm my beloved's own carer, but then we see the ones who work for specific nursing homes or whatever, who have to come out to some of the, you know, the residents who are at home who can't really go out to that, and then they have to come down and spend about half an hour with them.
Because that's all they get.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that half an hour is probably to quickly wash them, dress them, and give them a quick breakfast. And
even help with some of the house chores as well.
Yeah, which they're not going to have much time in half an hour, are they?
No, they don't.
But
yeah, with the litter, man, it's on the streets. We see it a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and the funny thing is, we see when litter is literally dumped on the streets, what's next to some of these places? Bins.
Bin.
How many of you have actually seen that? Because we see it every time we go
all
out.
The time.
Every single time we go out,
the time.
we always see it on the footpath.
They're still going to throw it on the floor.
And they're still going to throw it. And we've actually witnessed people literally doing it in front of us when we're walking around the city centre in Birmingham.
Yeah.
We see people got whatever paper or whatever they got.
No, these paper bags, for instance, in the shops, give them now because of the plastic.
Yeah, and have to pay for them, of course.
We've seen people come out the shop with the paper bag, take them out the paper bag, put them in their own bag, then throw the bag on the floor.
Yeah,
why don't you just say, I don't need a bag?
No, because we've got
our own.
Yeah, and this is what we do. Yeah, in our little his and her little bum bag things we carry.
I mean to them, I suppose it's somebody else's responsibility then.
Yeah.
Somebody else has got to pick it up, ain't they?
Yeah.
You know.
But it's still bad though of them doing that. You know, when you see people do that, you think, well, if they're like that on the streets and whatever, what are they like at home?
Yeah, what they're like in their house.
What are they like in their own home?
I bet they're not like it in their own homes.
I mean, we've got a good little system here, recycling system. We've got a bag that we just use, put all the recycle-related stuff in that. And then we've got, obviously, the general waste bin.
See, we're very lucky, aren't we? Because it's a communal area.
Yeah, it is a communal area.
So you haven't got your own bin, you've got, like, shared bins.
Yeah.
And they're all very good where we live at recycling.
They are, actually,
they are,
considering they really are.
But I suppose if you're in a house and that, you can't keep what's it on it, can you?
No, you can't keep tabs on it.
Nobody knows what's in their bins apart from the dustbin men.
Yeah.
They empty their bin.
And then what they'll do, if recyclable stuff's in the general purpose bin, and I've seen them take it out and leave it out. I've actually seen that round here. Yeah, but like when I was living in Wolverhampton, which some of you don't know, I was homeless for quite a long time. And I was in a sheltered system for a company called, should I mention the name?
No, not really.
No? Well, anyway, this company is based around the West Midlands, but the main place I live in Wolverhampton. And they put me in a sheltered housing for a good few months amongst with other homeless people. It wasn't a nice experience, I'm being honest with you. That wasn't so. And then they moved me to what they call the step 2 or phase 2, where excuse me, sorry, where you've got less people and they're more like flats. You've got your kitchen and you've got your own kind of living space, but then you've got the communal area for the washing machines and stuff like that. Where in the other one, everything was communal. The kitchen, everything was communal. You just had a room. And then that was the step 2. And then you go on to step 3, where you've actually got a flat.
Get your own flat.
Your own flat. And you've got to learn how to manage it, which I did, because it was a 3-year contract arrangements. and I was there for just over 2 years, wasn't I, Max?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was did my own thing and was up here caring and helping Max, and I'd go back to that flat, and it helped me a lot with things. It really did, and very clean. I wasn't one of these people. Some people they can tend to abuse those kind of places, but I never did.
Must be hard sharing bins and that.
Oh yeah, I was going to come to that. The bins that they got, they were massive ones, massive bins. They're the ones that they have for those flats. They were the company called Bifco, is it? Or the Bifco, is it? I think.
Something like that.
And they were the ones that collected the rubbish from the area. And they didn't have a recycling type of thing, really, for that. Which is a bit bad, I think. But anyway, yeah. The litter thing, oh my gosh. My father was like that when it comes to rubbish management and stuff like that. He was a stickler for it, very tidy he was. And Mum was as well. God bless them both. But yeah, they're going to be trying the thing, suggesting for 1 month they're visiting my collection of rubbish in Bristol. Well, again, they're having talks about it. But just imagine if that does go ahead, what are the problems it's going to cause? It's going to cause some major issues. Well,
it's not just that, is it? You're going to have like vermin.
Yeah, that was going to be coming up next about the vermin, the rats and things like that. Even more foxes will be coming out as well than before.
Which is going to cost even more, because then the environmental health people have to come out, don't they, and put the poisons down.
Yep.
Again, it's a vicious circle, isn't it, really?
It is.
Teach your kids from when they're little what to do.
Yep.
They're never too young, even once they start toddling about to learn.
Exactly.
Obviously, they won't do it right, but if you just educate them.
Yeah, just coax them along.
Yeah.
Just coax them along gradually, bit by bit. And eventually they'll become that type of person when it comes to the litter and stuff like that. Because, I don't know how some people have got the nerve just to throw the rubbish right in front of you, and you'd look at them. And you think to yourself, did I just witness them doing that?
Well, on a few occasions when we've got the bus, again, litter all over the seats.
Yeah, all over the seats on the bus.
Put it in your bag or your pocket.
Yeah.
There's a bin as soon as you get off the buses.
Literally, there really is.
In most places, isn't there?
Most places, yes, there is.
So, even like eating fruit, just left.
I know, just left on the seat.
Left on the seat.
On the seat of buses.
Yeah. And I mean, that's littering. That's littering, isn't it?
Of course it
all
is.
Over the floor.
Yep. Leaving in cans with pop still left in, and it's running around on the bus. Gosh.
I mean, the question is, why? Is it somebody else's job to pick your rubbish up?
They'll probably say, they have cleaners on the bus at the end of when the buses are finished towards the end of the time. It's their job. No, when it comes down to it, it's your sole responsibility.
Your rubbish
is your rubbish. It's your rubbish at the end of the day.
Nobody else's rubbish.
You go to that shop to buy whatever can of pop you have, you drink it, you don't just throw it and discard it on the floor. It's your sole responsibility. And I know people can get fined as well, can't they? For illegal, or they call it tipping.
Well, they can, but no, they can. But do they?
Yeah, exactly.
They can, but do they?
I
mean, and I also remember with the tipping, there's a point where somebody may be disabled, elderly, and they can't
get rid of it and dispose of it themselves.
Large furniture out on their own.
Yep.
So they have to put it out in a place that they've told the council.
Yeah, especially when they're communicating with the council. Yeah.
When somebody's there to come and do it for them. So not everybody's actually tipping.
No.
So be careful and find out, and if you're not bothered about it, and you know who the person is, knock the door and say, are you okay? Did you need help with that? Before you start wasting people's time again and ringing up and saying somebody's tipped and
And when they haven't, they've had proper communication with the council to
again,
legally.
that's what communication. What was on
there
about
you
the
go.
other day.
Yesterday was on about that. Yesterday.
I mean, be a good neighbour. You've got
Yeah.
elderly people living by you.
Mm.
Who you know are not going to be able to, say your fridge breaks. They're not going to be able to get a fridge out, are they?
Exactly.
I mean, I couldn't.
No.
Or your washing machine.
Mm.
You know, give them your number. Just one number would help. If
Yeah,
they need
exactly.
any help, then you can ask.
That's a sensible way.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, we saw.
Instead of seeing all the rubbish everywhere, dumped and...
Or they said, we saw some sort of person's putting stuff out and blah blah. Then they get in touch with the council and whoever that.
I mean, some people like to get other people into trouble, don't
They do, yeah.
Or they try the best to get people into
Well, you know
trouble.
those people, what we call those? Nosy Parkers.
Yeah, got nothing better to do in their
Exactly.
lives, basically.
Nothing better to do.
But it is an hard one, knowing what to do. I mean, magazines, newspapers... You can take to the charity shop, can't you?
Yep, you can do.
As long as you haven't ordered them like loads. And I'm sure somebody would like to pay 10 pence for a magazine that costs, I don't know how much a magazine is.
I know, they're on about £3, £3, something like that, for a magazine.
You know, to have a good read for 10 pence. But then it comes down to health and safety because of the germs.
Yep.
But you go to a library and you can borrow books.
Yeah, you can, provided you got a library card. You got your library card, of course.
It's the same thing,
Yeah,
isn't
it really is. When you look at it like that, it's the
Yeah.
same thing.
It's the same thing. And your clothes, they can be washed and recycled.
Yep.
You know, they have charity bags through the door. And if you haven't received one for a while, you can always ring a charity shop and say when next time your driver's coming round and you've got a bag of clothes that need collecting.
Yep.
As long as they're like not in bad condition,
Yeah,
sort of thing. You know, stuff like that to make life easier for everybody, basically.
And again,
Yeah,
it's about the communicating factor.
Yeah, just because somebody's getting paid for a job, it doesn't mean that, you know, you have to leave it there for them to do, does it?
Exactly.
You know, treat people like you'd like to be treated yourselves.
Yes, indeed. Totally support that.
I think so, anyway. Because otherwise it's just nasty, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Just
Well,
nasty.
certainly is, yeah.
But the rubbish you do see about it's
It's ridiculous.
it spoils the parks as well,
Yes,
doesn't
it
it? When you
does.
go to walk round a park.
It certainly does.
And if you're somewhere where there's water, it's harmful, isn't it, to the
To
wildlife?
nature, to nature.
Especially the ducks and that, when like plastic bags are in the water and they've only got to put their head in it, haven't they, or the leg.
Well, look at the ocean stories we heard of recently, from last year in particular. Plastic deposits in the ocean, and it's affecting the sea life as well. It really is, and people wouldn't think that, but it really is. People flushing stuff down the sinks, down the toilets, which shouldn't even be going down there, and being flushed out into the ocean.
Yeah.
The trouble with people in general, they think, nobody will notice. Yes, nature notices that you're doing these things, and it
I mean,
does.
even dog mess. You know why? All you've got to do is buy them bags, they're only £1.
It's your dog, it's not a stranger.
Pick it up,
But you're
put
not
it in the dog bins.
And again, you know where this there's a name for this, it's called laziness. Can't be bothered.
Yeah.
Well, it's people like that make it bad for the genuine people out there who do look after the general hygiene of things in life.
Well, it's not that. It's becoming a world of, it's somebody else's job. You know, somebody else will do it.
That's part of it. That's part, again, there you go, see what I said. Laziness.
Yeah, laziness.
Laziness.
I don't get it. I mean, is it the generation? Is it the way they've been brought up? You know, you don't know, do you?
No, we don't know.
I'd love to know.
Yeah, if someone knows, please tell us in the comments.
You go on a holiday or you go somewhere else to another city, and I don't know whether it's because of the way it looks, or because it is, but it always looks cleaner. You don't see rubbish around on the floors or the parks or wherever, do you?
True, you don't.
You know, people seem to use the bins and
I tell you, a good place where we've been to Stratford upon Avon
Lovely.
and Leamington as well.
Yeah. Nice and clean.
Yeah, they are very, very
And
clean.
it really makes a difference.
And places in Europe as well. Holland, wow. I mean, I've been there before. It's been a long time ago now, but when I went there, I've never seen a place so clean.
Spotless.
Absolutely spotless. It really is.
And Belgium and France.
Mm.
You know, lovely and clean.
Mm-hmm. Wow. But yeah, is that enough coverage on the litter subject?
I can't think of anything else to speak about where Lisa's concerned.
But yeah, at the end of the day, just be sensible with the alliteration of things.
Yeah, you know, your kids, your grandkids have all got to live in the environment.
Yes, exactly. They have all got to live
so
in the environment.
when you drop something, pick it up and think of them. You know, if you can't think of anything else, think of them, the future generations.
Yes, because we all want to live in a place where nature's beautiful and around by where we live.
A nice clean environment.
Yeah, nice clean environment. This is what we would love to have, but is it possible? That's the thing. Just got to work hard at it. It's not, how can we put it? It's not complex education, is it? It's quite a simple and basic thing. Just be sensible with disposing of your litter appropriately, recycling certain types and putting the regular stuff with the general waste where that should be done appropriately.
Another good advice, shred anything.
Yep, shredding your...
Shred anything with your information on.
Yeah, because that's another thing.
Because before you know it, you could be somebody else.
Yeah, well, that's another subject we can actually talk about, couldn't we? On another video.
I know it's scamming, but at the end of the day, if somebody takes over your identity, you'll be shredded that information.
Yeah, and again, we could talk about that as well, do another video on that.
It's still rubbish though, isn't it?
It's still rubbish at the end of the day, as long as it's done appropriately.
Yeah. And I mean, that can be used as well. That type of rubbish, when you've shredded it, can
recyclable?
It's recyclable, plus you can use it in your hamster cages and rabbit boxes and stuff, can't you?
See, again, recyclable.
Recycling.
That's recycling it. Okay, so ending it there, my dear?
No, me done.
We hear that? Me done, no, you're not. We done now. But yes, anyway, that's a wrap on this one. And again, can't thank you enough for your support on our channel. Yeah, so if you're new to the channel and you're just flicking through the videos and you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and the notification too. And our likes, get them likes on the go, please, get them likes on the go. Comments as well, don't be scared to comment. Don't be scared to comment.
As we've said before, you're entitled to your opinions.
Yes, everybody's entitled to their opinions. Everybody is. Everybody is.
Good or bad?
Yep. Share the video. Share the channel. Okay, everybody, now then, let's keep this chi of life. Let's keep it always and forever flowing.
You don't know how lovely this is. I can feel it sitting right next to me.
Just feel that chi, everybody.
Namaste.
Namaste, namaste. Thank you, everybody, thank you. And most importantly, please stay safe out there, everybody. Please stay safe. Please stay safe. And again, check out my books on Amazon. Out of the Darkness and Out of the Shadows with my obviously with my co-author Dave Major, who's on there too. And also my third book, which was launched last year, 365 Days of the Year, Chi Power, Empowerment and Influential Guides and Positive Guides and Quotes. That's on lulu.com. Okay, and thank you again. Thank you again.
Thank you.